Let's get to the anonymous player poll, because The Athletic put out their latest anonymous player poll yesterday. Grand total of 158 players participated in the Q&A. The response that generated the biggest social media buzz was the answer to who's the most overrated player in the league. And Tyrese Haliburton took the win, I guess, if you want to call it that. 90 responses to this one. Haliburton getting 14.4% of the vote when it came to who's the league's most overrated player. And then some familiar names. Rudy Gobert in second. Trae Young in third. Jimmy Butler fourth. And then some votes for Bradley Beal, Draymond Green, John Morant, Julius Randle, Joel Embiid. A bunch of other guys got votes, but we'll cut it there for guys that got sort of multiple votes. But how surprised were you, TK, with Haliburton getting the most overrated player vote here?
On one hand, I'm surprised because I don't understand why everybody hates this guy so much. The results come out and people say, why do people hate Haliburton so much? They say, because he only talks trash when he's winning. A, how do you know that? They're playing an entire game. You're not hearing everything. B, everybody talks when they're up. Who cares? But on the other hand, people do hate Tyrese Haliburton, so not surprising he would come up tops on this one. I guess 14.4% of 90 votes is like 13 players. So you factor in Damian Lillard, there's 12 other guys around the league who think he's super
I was going to say, was it the entire Bucks just voting for Haliburton?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Well, 13 players on a team. It kind of adds up. He wouldn't be my pick, personally. And in fact, if you were choosing between him and Damian Lillard, I know who I'm voting for on that one.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. Okay. What was your reaction to Haliburton getting this? He didn't seem to care, by the way. They asked him yesterday.
No, he's not going to care.
Although Rick Carlisle did care.
He cared.
He wanted some names. Not realizing it's anonymous for a reason, I guess.
It's
But
anonymous.
anyway.
Yeah, and only 90 of the players of the 155 that
Wanted to
answered
answer
other
it.
questions. Yeah, 90 said, okay, yeah, I'll answer that. So it is interesting. I guess maybe they didn't like Tyrese Haliburton jumping on the podcasting game, getting in the podcasting game way too early in his career. I'm guessing. I'm trying to find a straw here for 13 guys thinking about it, because it is early in his career, obviously. So maybe they deemed podcasting too early in your first two All-Star appearances. But I don't know. He was voted by players as the 10th best Eastern Conference guard this season in terms of All-Star votes as well. So he's never been voted extremely high. At the same time, I can see why Rudy Gobert was up there. He's just been hated for a long time by players. But I don't know. It's not drastically more. I know Tyrese Haliburton is the one that we're going to talk about. But it's 13 guys. It's not that huge of a number. Or is that just me?
No.
Yeah.
I think it may be a little shocking that he got the most votes.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Rudy Gobert and Trae Young, those are just like, those are guys that are always going to be on these lists. I feel like for a long time, you know Draymond's going to get some, even Jimmy, especially with the season he had, sort of like obviously derailing the Heat season. I get that, but Haliburton getting the most, that was a little shocking.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even Rick Carlisle was like, look, why would they do this? They put Giannis Antetokounmpo and Jimmy Butler on there. So he's like, I voted for Rudy Gobert and Trae Young as the most overrated players. He's like completely brushed aside those guys. He's like, no, those guys are overrated. But these two MVP candidates, they're not.
Yeah, 33 players received at least one vote for this most overrated. And was there not there was the whole thing like somebody or one or two people said nobody's overrated.
That's right.
You made the NBA, you're not overrated. Okay.
Fair enough.